I'm going to give you this.
Give me the controls.
To go blast it if you want.
Oh, I'll go blast this everywhere, man. This will be great. Oh, I should have my... Let me see how it sounds. I hate to do that, but...
I gotta do it. So if I gotta do it, you gotta do it.
Let's check out the sound. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're good?
Always. Wow, 2 watching already. Holy cow.
That's me and you, bro.
I didn't even get on yet. Now I'm on. So I should be I should be 3.
Is sound good?
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
All right, just count to 10 for me, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good.
All right.
If you resist it, you have dukkha, you have frustration and suffering. But on the other hand, if you understand change, you don't cling to it, and you let it flow, then it's no problem. It becomes positively beautiful.
That was back in the day, you know. They were focused on other things at the time. They were like, "Yeah, we got this river. It's just a big dumpster."
That's true.
We have other things to focus on.
That's very true.
Really cool. We literally just have a dumpster that runs 24/7 outside. I'll show you how it works. Whoop, right over the fence. That's what they used to do.
It's almost like you were here. It's almost like you were here.
I heard about the tour. I don't know how much is true on that tour. They give a lot of facts about Chicago out there.
Oh, it's all true. They can't say it if it's not true. And get arrested.
It is hosted. The architecture tour is hosted by the History of Chicago people, and they're all unpaid. They're just volunteers. They're not making money.
Oh, they're probably all liars.
Inspiring human beings, if you think about it. You should go become one of those Stigs. What would it take for you to go volunteer as a tour guide on one of those boats for the History of Chicago Institute? It's called the Institute of History of Chicago or something.
You want to know the truth?
Institute.
I tell you too much. It's actually called a docent. I have been one before.
Have you?
Yeah. So they give you a little section. I haven't done the boat tours, but I've done the house tour.
Right. Okay.
And I had the dining room at one of the arts and crafts houses, the Anderson house, and I had to tell about. I still kind of remember my speech. I had to tell about how Mr. Anderson would come home and Mrs. Anderson had the meal ready on the table, and their 3 or 4 kids would come and help. They all had chores, and everyone had stuff to do before Dad got home. Yeah, it's like a walking house tour. So a lot of the Frank Lloyd Wright houses are on the tour and stuff. And then you get to go on the tour for free, which is kind of nice too. They change the houses every year. So they'll do different houses every year that you get to go to, yeah.
You just walked into somebody's house?
Well, I volunteered. So you get a name tag and you go and get your speech and all that. And the tours come through and they go room to room, so every time a group comes into your room, you start over and you tell your speech, and then they move on to the next room. It was fun.
You know, you guys literally have architecture.org. That URL is yours.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no big deal.
We got architecture up the ass.
Yeah. What the hell?
Up the wazoo. Actually, you know what?
Minneapolis is, if I typed in Minneapolis architecture, I bet. Let's see what we got.
There'd be at least 2 or 3 houses, right?
Yeah, but I don't think there'll be.
But they tore one down,
oh,
so we're down to 2.
Architecture City Guide. There's a guide, and 14 buildings total. Wow.
There you go, 14. Hey,
weak.
You're up and coming.
Weak. Super. Oh, wow. These buildings aren't even that great. One's half torn down. Wow. Huh. Yeah. We should start making our own drone footage, though. That would be the better option instead of ripping
borrowing and buying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the picture. Okay, let me get this set up here while that we. Yeah, there's no one here, right?
No one's watching.
So, image slideshow. Since we're going to talk about A-frames tonight, which
what is this?
Right?
Opie fucking Taylor just commented.
Hey, Opie.
Jeff Blake is here.
I thought I was welcome back.
You gonna tell us more about that water?
No. I have new vitamins that I'd like to shill on you guys. And the Jet Blake coin.
The Jet Blake coin.
What was I saying? I was saying let's get into some A-frame talk here. Since we're talking about architecture, which again is one of my favorite favorite structures to build. Really, they're so easy.
The A-frame?
Yep. It's just a tent, and then you fill it in the inside. Just a pup,
See,
a
this
big glorified
segues,
pup tent.
segues perfectly into the whole topic here.
That's perfect, actually, without even trying.
You got a Word document you're gonna show on the camera?
No.
Just this intermission screen. The show takes place on intermission.
No, I just wanted to get it. Let me get it going here.
Oh, you're gonna set some stuff up right now. You're working on the back end.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh no, actually, it's showing.
Right.
Oh.
Jelena man. Jelena man.
Oh, Helena. Actually, yeah, bring her in here if you can. Keep you busy.
How?
There we go.
She's. I'm still at home.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everyone.
Okay.
She's over on. I never got my notification. We're gonna have to ask Mitch Ray how to do that. Jose's complaining about notifications. Brilliant.
Shit.
I'm on my phone and still can't hear shit. Hi guys.
Hey. Hi, guys.
You got that set up on the back end?
I think I got it now.
Okay. Good.
There.
So you can get some.
Whoa, that's big. All right, do we want that like that? That's what she said?
Yeah, that's nice and big. I'd keep it at least that big.
Okay. All right, leave that alone?
Yeah.
How do
right
you
there.
how do I make it lower? Oh, there we go. Okay, so what's 18,000? Okay, real quick. What's 18,000 times 4?
20 times 4, which is 80 minus 6, 72. That's 74.
74? Okay. So I'll go 80,000. Oh wait, that might be too many.
You can hear that knocking. There's somebody nailing stuff up. I feel like Jose apologizing for noise in the background. Sorry guys, it's just super loud today.
There's just trucks.
Yeah. There's a truck outside or something.
There's a few trucks going by.
That chainsaw?
All right, there you go. 7.2 million. All right, I put 7.2 million.
I'm gonna turn up the clarity.
Wow, you gave Jose a wrench. You didn't give Opie Taylor a fucking wrench. He's got to earn it.
I can't.
Is he in your Patreon?
I don't got wrench given abilities.
What? Yeah, you do.
I don't think so.
Oh.
But I can put him in timeout.
Nice.
7.2 million. I think Opie Taylor's talking about the market cap.
So how was Jose's comment there on the screen, but not in the? Weird. One of these days, we're gonna get good at this.
One day.
Fuck y'all's
What are you
wrenches.
working on?
Yeah, why are we doing wrenches? That's not our thing. That's someone else's thing.
No, I'm looking at a pretty nice wrench gang right now. You guys are the best wrench gang on YouTube.
Shout out to you.
Hey, I just got a notification. It's about time we actually start the show then, maybe?
Hey, where's
Weird.
Gotta make a purchase and transfer. Oh, Lady Jelena said, "Be right back." Okay, while she's gone,
Jose
she's
says
gone,
we're super quiet. Jose says we're super quiet. I don't know.
we're
if it's
super quiet.
serious, though. I can never tell with him.
Super quiet. Not quiet. We're super quiet. I don't know. I just turn up every volume I have.
Wait, let's check something. Yeah, we're a little quiet. I don't know if it's best to turn it all the way up or it's okay if the levels are in red, guys. Is it?
I will say I don't hear the fire crackling.
That's probably best.
Oh. Were we gonna do the?
Go ahead.
We're gonna try the new room.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead. Throw the new background up.
All right. Deal.
Let the people see.
Give the people what they want. All right.
You guys sound like sweaty balls. That's great.
All right.
Let me put it.
Go. Loop it. All right. There you go.
Oh, look at that. You can only see the 70s carpet. You know? You can't see anything else.
All right. Get a couple opinions on that real quick. Let's see.
Take down the picture for him. Let him see the whole room.
All right.
There you guys go.
Oh.
Hey, Jose. Jose, why don't you take a seat on the couch over there, man? Make yourself a drink. Opie Taylor, you can. Go ahead. Crawl on over. I don't know why you guys are crawling. Fucking weirdos. Crawl on over.
Fucking weird.
Go ahead and sit up on that couch. Is this the Roll ASMR channel? Yeah. I hear leaves burning. Oh, you got the fire up? You
Got the
turned it
fire
on?
up. Well, this one's got a better fire, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Get those A-frames back up. We'll start the A-frame show.
See, oh, that's a little tight. Guys, see the chat, right?
Yeah, there you go. That's better.
Better? Okay. Okay.
Do it, Jose. What a relaxing way to fall asleep on a Wednesday night, Jose. Just need
Cabins,
a little
fire, snowfall.
Your favorite
What else?
people.
What else do you need on a Wednesday? Bunch of clown.
No clowns here. I think that's another show. Another show has a clown.
All right. So, let's see.
So the idea of the A-frame is not only is it, I mean, the whole point of this is we're going to talk about how this is a great thing that everyone should be doing right now in their local places. Jose, I'm talking about Mexico. You should do
Actually,
this.
these would be great in Mexico.
Yeah.
They're simple, they're easy, they're cheap, they're efficient.
And they're new age. They're coming back in.
Actually, we've never even seen his house. He might live in an A-frame.
In
If
an
you
A-frame.
think about it, we don't know. When you go up those stairs at Jose's house, that might get real skinny and tight at the top. That's what she said. And it could be an A-frame. He could be living in an A-frame already. He might be able to tell us all about it.
It's possible, but I highly doubt it. So, if he does, Jose, let us know. But if he doesn't, then let's continue here with the idea.
Before Helena comes back, can we cover this real quick? I just want to cover this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I said earlier, if we all had racehorse names, right? I said like Lambo, the racehorse would be like Jose's Deadbeat. Jose's Deadbeat comes in third, or place. What is it? Place? Go place finish? I forget what the race things are.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it to you. You guys tell me real quick before she gets back. What would Helena's horse race name be? Racehorse name.
Oh man.
It'd be like Twerk.
Maybe. Or if it's something Mexican, she's gonna be mad. So don't let it.
No,
be
I
that.
wasn't going there. I was going something with the branding and the
Right.
The slots.
Something with California.
Lambo the horse is boring. Lambo the horse. What would his race name be? What would his race day name? What? All right. What's yours, Opie? This should be good. You already have a horse, or you already have a nickname, a race day nickname. I would say Lena would be the twerk. DJ Twerky brand.
That horse ain't running any races with that name.
Twerky twerk.
No. I think you're gonna have to go with something Mexican.
Really?
No, or something with California. You can go with California. Gotta use
Yeah,
moist.
moist. There you go.
Moist steps.
DJ Twerky Moist. Moist twerk.
Flaming mango.
Flaming Mango and the Communist Rebel. There you go. Wait, am I the mango?
Am I the communist?
Yes. Yes, you are. You know you are. Opie Taylor would be Stuck in the Mud. That'd be Opie Taylor's. Stuck in the Mud. Passes Lambo's deadbeat to take first. I'm opening another bottle.
There, a lot of those horse names don't make sense.
Moist enchilada. The moist enchilada. There you go. I like that. Now we're talking.
Enchiladas are good though.
Oh yeah. She's our
nice.
She's our own little enchilada.
So that was something Mexican.
I guess so.
just the
I wasn't going there, but
yeah.
he can because he's there. He gets a pass.
Jose, you can explain that one to Delino Man when she comes back, all right?
Jose gets a free pass.
Delino Man's back. Delino Man, we're naming
in
your
the
horse.
mud.
You had a speed race horse that went around tracks. Jose says it would be called Moist Enchilada.
Enchiladas and mangoes. Mango enchiladas. There you go. Moist mango enchilada. Takes first. Mm.
Jose says I'm good at
All right,
horse
what's
naming.
mine?
Then you take me up to the track.
Chance would be
I could see that. I could see a little
Fat,
mini
fat
Jose
Chance Buddy.
going to a racetrack.
And it's Fat Chance Buddy on the inside.
You know what I could also...
Fat Chance Buddy.
Right.
Fat Chance Russian.
No.
Fat Chance
about-
Comrade.
Something different than that. How about...
Fat Chance Buddy.
I would just name it the USSR. It's coming.
The drunk Conrad.
And the USSR is coming around. And it's a takeover by the USSR. That would be great.
The Twerky Jerky Jockey. Lena.
You know what I was reading today?
Hmm.
With those California fires? So
Wait,
one
you
insurance
you
company-
actually read something or you saw a video?
Reddit.
Wow. Did
Not
you read it
the
on Reddit?
website.
Did you read it
No.
on Reddit? Okay.
So one insurance company out there in California it's been taken over by the state. They
Yeah.
are completely bankrupt. They were completely, I guess the claims just outnumbered the amount of assets they had, and they had to declare bankruptcy, and they're being taken over by California.
Okay. Lansing Lightning.
Lansing Lightning is Stigs.
You have to elaborate on that. Okay, go ahead.
That was it. Just that it's
Oh.
being taken over by the government.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty
Thanks,
crazy.
Thanks, man. That was great.
That's just a little bit of that's a fun fact for you heading into Thursday. You can use that one. I'm sure it'll come up in natural conversation.
All right, the first one to make me fucking laugh my head off on Matt Beasley's horse name. I'll send you
He's
something.
live. I saw he went live. I got a notification. He's got the
Aw.
notification game down, man.
Congrats.
Ours never came out. He's already up. So if you guys want to go watch him, man.
Wait, you think they're still here?
Yes, sure.
You think they waited for your
We
permission?
understand. You can go watch Matt Beasley.
Big
He's the
Bertha.
big cheese. He's the big cheese.
Big cheesy beezy.
I'll tell you something though. He's
Tell
going to
me
talk
one
about
thing.
cryptos, and we're going to tell you about A-frames, which you can actually make, I think, a decent amount of money on. These things are not a bad way to spend your money. Especially if you're thinking about buying a house, we have a different idea for you.
Well, why don't you tell them about it there, Chance?
Well, pass it on over to me then.
Back to you in the studio, Chance.
Okay. So, I was thinking about this, and I brought it up to Stiggs, and and that's why we're talking about him, is because we were talking about this off air anyways. And then we want you guys to poke holes in it, tell us why we're dumb, what's going to go wrong, why this is an awful idea, so that we don't waste our
Not
money.
all the reasons that we're dumb, just the reasons we're dumb about this.
It's true.
Yeah.
No, good to keep that in mind, that pigeonhole in mind. So you go to Zillow.com. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you start looking at buying property. And you want to go, like, if Jose's in Mexico, he probably wants to stay in Mexico. But if you're in the United States, you have the freedom to buy property pretty much anywhere you can manage your time. So if you can move, that would be ideal in some cases. Because some of you guys, like, I don't know. I don't think Minnesota is the best place for this. We'll see.
If
But
I had
what
a
you do is
nickel
you
for
buy a
every
big
time
piece
someone
of
told me
property.
that.
Yeah, you buy a big piece of property, and then you, from the government, I guess, or from the seller, and then you go to the government and you zone it out, and you say, I'm needing 7 to 8 different zones in this thing. I gotta split it up. I'm gonna build a bunch of A-frame houses, and then I'm gonna rent them out. And I was looking online, and these things, at least from one company, pre-bought, and this isn't with any. This is just for one. This isn't, what's that called?
Do you think you'll live in one though? So
I
you're
would.
talking like you're like when you buy an ounce of weed, you sell 3/4 so you can smoke your 4th one for free, right? But we're talking
Yeah,
about
so
building 4 houses, keeping one and selling the other
that's
3
how
to
it
pay.
started, because I didn't want to. I'm gonna have to buy a house soon, and I don't want to. So I'm going to instead.
I don't want to pay money for stuff.
I was telling you before. These houses that you buy for $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 are built in 1975. They smell. Something's wrong with them. You know.
So when you
The
say
owner-
smell, they smell bad.
Yeah. They're just not good in, like, I don't know. I wouldn't be excited to live in something and I'm spending $400,000 on it, right?
Right.
So instead, I would rather live in a nice modern A-frame, something small, something I can sweep in about an hour. In one,
Both floors.
nothing too big. Yeah, both floors. That's the thing too. So I was looking at A-frames, and if you go to avrame.com, I'll post a link. This is what gave me this idea. So I started looking around because I couldn't find anything that I would want to live in my area. So I started looking at just different types of things I could do. And if you go to this website and you click on, they sell a bunch of different sizes, but if you go to the trio, the closest one to the one we get, but I have an architect friend, and then Stiggs is here, and I'd replace some things. So if you go to the trio 150, there's 2 floors on this thing, and it's being sold in some other currency, but if you convert that, it's about $22,000 for a 2-story A-frame. All the materials right there, $22,000. Okay, so if you have a piece of property of 10 acres and you can give each one an acre, you can slowly build up a pretty significant rental business just by, I mean, ideally, at first, I would actually want to live in one. So why would I'd buy a 10-acre property, I'd build mine.
Until you have kids and a wife
Well, then eventually you
And
can
a
just move
dog.
out and keep it as residual income or sell them.
and a cat. So would you want to sell 2 of them, 4 of them?
So I'd start by building 3 of them, and I'd live in a nice one. Mine would be better than the others, and then the others, or it'd still be nice. Can you show them the picture of like
The one that you liked?
Well, show them some of the interiors, not some of the interiors on these. They're probably thinking big, thick walls, small, narrow doors, big walls, no windows.
Well, that one that you had was pretty much big, yeah.
Yeah. So you build one, you spent $60,000 to $70,000 on land. This is all comparative to buying a house, you know, which is $200,000, $400,000. So you buy a piece of land, $60,000. You gotta, at some point, this is we're gonna get into the minutia, but you gotta get utilities there. You build yours. You're living on it.
Right.
Is that the picture? So oh, you're getting the pictures just cycle through. Look at these little things. Get some of the ones that I sent you. They're gonna say like,
we're starting out small.
Right, I guess. Okay, so then you start building them up and you start renting them out and you start, I mean, you live where you live for free. And then eventually it's just nice income.
Okay.
And if you look around, you can't, and again, we should show the inside picture so people can see like why people would want to rent these. Not just for a ski cabin home, but instead like as a place to live. You wouldn't want, they're very nice. And we'll get some inside pictures, and the whole front face of it is going to be glass. It's not going to be, and you'll see on some of the pictures that we're going to post here, the whole front face of it, we're going to redesign it because they're not weight supportant places. These are cabin designs. They're going to be more modern designs.
Right.
And
so you want the glass one up there? That glass one's pretty cool, but that's an exterior picture.
Which one? Show
the one with the whole glass in the front. Well, I'm putting them all in the same folder.
Okay, good. So this is just a better thing than, I think, buying a regular big house. You can't.
This would be cheaper. This would be good for the millennials to start out small because it's plenty of space. They're solid. They're easy to fix. They're easy, you know, they're low maintenance.
And since they're millennials, their parents can live like in the one next door to them.
Well, you don't have to put a whole lot into them.
Helicopter parents welcome.
Let's see.
Yeah,
right.
Once you get that new slideshow, let me know. Then I'll take
there's a few. There's a few more.
Okay. So with the properties that you'd be buying, I guess the hardest thing would be to rezone it. And then that would definitely be a challenge because you got to go to the city for that. And they don't just plant that out of nothing. And then the other thing is when you're building these, I mean, location's everything. No one's going to want to rent something if it's out in the middle of nowhere, but at the same time, A-frames are supposed to be out in the middle of nowhere. So it's a balance. I was thinking if you put them near a metro, I mean, the most ideal place for these would be out in Colorado because people out in Colorado like adventurous things. They don't want to own a, yeah. There's a lot of very expensive A-frame type situations out there, yeah. Land's pretty expensive out there. Really expensive. So you got these new pictures up. Is this new? Is this a new picture?
Yeah, that one should be.
All right.
What is that?
Mm-hmm.
chew that ice while they're waiting. There you go. That'll be good.
Man, they're great for snow. Look at that. No weight bearing on the roof. They just pierce through the environment. They'll have bigger doors, Opie. You can make the door as big as you need it. you could have, and they're not going to be little cabins. These things are multi-story, modern looking, big living room, big glass buildings.
Something tells me we should definitely hire someone else for sales.
No, so the sales part of it, I would think all you'd have to do is go on Craigslist and post them there.
Okay.
They'll sell easily. I mean, look at what else is available on Craigslist. It's awful. Have you looked?
I have.
You work on things like this all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's part of my job. Uh-oh. I think Obi's he's gonna show us something.
He said he has some land.
He said, "Hold on a second, give me 5 minutes." He's gonna bring back a picture of something. I will shit bricks if he lives in a fucking A-frame. If he's running outside to take a picture of his house, and he's gonna be like, "This is how you do it, fuckers."
He's got like 17 of them. That would be awesome. I would actually. That would be really cool. Okay, here's a newer one. See, this is nice. Ideally,
more glass.
Make the deck a little bigger. Put it not up on concrete as high.
Looks like they're still working on this one. That looks like it's still under construction. Temporary stairs up on blocks.
At least a nice modern look.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
Okay.
You can't find things like this, not in my area. It doesn't look like it's out in the middle of the wilderness, but it is in the woods.
Now see, this one, I know it's a bad picture to speculate on. It looks like there's a wing going off to the right there. So this one, I can see has like family. They have kids.
Yeah, that's like a 4-season porch.
All right, Opie, what do you got? You got a picture? Don't tell me you live in an A-frame. You just went out and took a picture of your A-frame. I will, I will actually fucking die. That would be funny.
That would be awesome.
That would be funny.
He would be able to tell us
this is how you do it right,
why this
fuckers.
is the wrong thought. Has anyone here tried to... Well, you have. Have you tried to build a house from scratch? Like, I know I had an old person or someone...
There's one with more glass right there. That's the backside.
Very pained. There's a lot of glass, though.
Yeah. Windows.
He says it could work on a small piece of property I have. How many acres?
I'd like to see like a little Olympic village, kind of like where they have a little privacy of their own on the backside, but the fronts kind of have like a winding road between them where you can congregate, hang out.
Do you think they all have to have real fireplaces?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it's I mean, that's part of the charm, isn't it?
That is part of the charm.
Not even an
real
acre.
Probably something that would be pretty mandatory.
So an acre, we could do about 4 comfortably. 5. 1, 2.
Depending on the geography.
Well, depending on the shape of it, yeah. If it's a skinny, long, narrow one, then maybe not. All right, there's the inside one.
There you go.
So that's a big front door.
Yeah, you can fit inside that.
I could roll through that one.
You know what they kind of remind me of? They remind me of like Hobbit homes from Lord of the Rings or something.
I would love to build a Hobbit home. That would be fun. That's on my list of to-dos. Those would be fun.
You can add windows to the slanted things, right? That one has windows on the slanted, one of the slanted walls right there. I think.
I mean, they're more about like the roundness, like supposed to make it look like it's built under a tree, like, amongst the roots, you know.
Opie's gonna put a picture inside Discord of his property, so we're gonna assess it for this project here.
Yeah, I'll pull it over.
That's a very small a-hole or a-home.
I thought that was your nickname in college, wasn't it? Very small a-hole.
So it's a very small a-home, a-frame. It just is. That one could be uncomfortably small. This one as well. I think this one would be too small.
Mm-hmm.
You want multiple floors. If you're gonna live in it, this isn't just a hideaway hunting cabin. If you're
Yeah.
gonna want to rent them out year round, especially in ski country up in Colorado or Breckenridge, these things would fly off of the market.
Oh, yeah.
You could put them. You could build, if you had like 10 acres and you could put 20 of them on there somehow, because it's so heavily wooded. You could rent each per month for at least 1,000 for sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Easily. For the week? Yeah.
Almost for the week.
That's not even 150, right?
What would you say for a month?
A night?
Like if it was Breckenridge, you could probably do what?
You have to give them a deal.
$1,500 a month?
3,000 a month. You'd have to give them a deal. If it's about 1,000 a week, it'd be 4,000 for the month. So give them a deal, 3,000.
Yeah, I would split the difference with them and let them rent it for a year at like, I don't know. You got to be realistic. The
3 times 10, 30.
You're gonna have in here. It's not gonna be.
Give it to them for 30 a year.
It's not gonna be people who are making too much money. Just because.
Well, even 2,000 a month, which is common, I'm sure, up there by you and by me. 2,000 a month for a full-size house. That's 24 a year. So 30 for this, you know, I would say.
What if you just rented each for a different rate and see how they go? So the neighbors are paying different.
Sounds like a BitBlaster Link fucking owner's strategy.
Everyone's like, oh, shit. You do the whole thing like 50% off right now, and it's the same price as it was last week.
Or an Amazon something or other. Checking to see what the other guy is and going 1 cent lower.
See, these all look like hunting cabins in a way. I mean, they're still great, especially, it depends on where you are. I don't know where these girls are right here, but that's like the nice tree area. That's ideal for this. You can also do these out in Mexico, Jose. You can do these out in a desert.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if Mexico has many deserts.
I didn't see... Oh, there they are. Okay, let me pull these over. Oh, he's got zoning and everything ready to go. I see. Okay.
Look at the big deck, the front deck that these things offer.
Yeah, I like that one. That one.
How wide?
Oh, I'm gonna pull. I'm pulling. Opie sent me some pictures, Jose. I'm pulling them over here. Go. Opie.
See, that looks like you would have to mow the grass right there. That's more of a home, like a cabin type situation.
Right.
Not completely out in the wilderness.
Oh, it's definitely doable. So, what would this? What would ideally? What would it be like? Say you rent 2 or 3 of them. Say you rent 2 of them. Well, hold on. Let's go this way. You're going to build 6.
The insides are super nice. They're modern. They have multiple floors, big living rooms, open staircases,
okay,
modern kitchens. They're nice. So you can rent them for a decent amount, I would assume. I mean, this is... I'd much rather live in one of these kind of secluded by myself or, you know, one other person. They'd be nice. Depends on where you are, though. I mean, if you're in the middle of Kansas, good luck. No way. I've never been, but I would assume.
Not in Kansas anymore.
I just don't think they would rent that much there.
I think they still...
Breckenridge, they would rent for a lot. If you could get a bunch of them... Like, ski people love these. Nature people love these.
Cabin people love these. People that are looking to get away.
People like them for a weekend.
That's what I mean.
There's a bunch of cabins that rent in Minnesota. I want to lease them year round. I want these to be, you know how in Japan they have those small houses. These should be better than that, but because they're multiple floors. They're very good for people's Instagram.
Nice.
And yeah, people would like these. They're ergonomic. I mean, think of the solar panels that people could put on those. If they wanted to.
I would
Something.
say
Yeah.
this looks very similar to something I would see when I go up to the Wisconsin Dells, when I go up to Wisconsin around the lakes. You see some of these in the, the I guess vacation areas where people go up and they have a cabin. So I don't know if you're familiar over there, but I'm sure you are. But a lot of these people aren't. Where
These fuckers.
These fucking people. But no, it's I don't know if it's common around everywhere, but anyway, around here, it's kind of a thing to have a cabin to go to over the summer, or even in the winter. And a lot of them happen to be in Wisconsin. So from Illinois or Chicago or whatever, you go up there and spend the weekends there. Spend the time, like the Unabomber. Spend the weekends or spend a week or two.
Wait, the Unabomber?
At the cabin, yeah. He was on his brother's property? Or no, his brother was the one.
Which one was that? Which one was that?
You don't remember the Unabomber?
Not by nickname.
Ooh, Ted Kaczynski. He was notorious. They didn't catch him
Was he in Minnesota? Wisconsin?
Montana. I thought it was Montana. I could be wrong.
He lived in an A-frame?
No. He just lived in a very secluded cabin way back in the back of the property.
He's not old enough, I think. Yeah, what is this? Is this from the 90s?
I know. I need to
from the 90s.
I need to stop. I need to stop looking all the way back 15 years. Gee whiz. God. Anyway, he was a son of a bitch. He was a son of a bitch because he would make a bomb that looked like a little block of wood with a nail in it, and put it in a parking lot. He was like a real shithead about it. So he made these bombs that were pretty much guaranteed to kill, because someone would just think it was a nail that some teenager was going to put in a block of wood and try to pop someone's tire. They'd go over and pick it up, and it would blow.
Oh wow.
So, and he was really strongly political. He made a manifesto. He literally wrote this thing saying how the world should be. So, but the only way he got caught was his brother saw the manifesto when it was published and recognized his gait or his way of writing or his figure of speeches and stuff, and they went and found him all the way back on the back of his property, his mom's property, his family property. I don't know, but he was like a total hermit, living in this little cabin way far back. He never would have gotten caught, is what they were saying, if he didn't write that damn manifesto. But I think Jose is a big fan of his comedy sketches and stuff. I see him posting his stuff up once in a while. He still writes a lot from jail. He's kind of got the he's the new swastika head. Jesus, come on, Stiggs.
Yeah, come on.
He just died.
What is this? Are you calling something even older?
Manson. Sorry, Jesus.
Okay.
I should know that. It rhymes with Hanson.
Did you get Opie's picture?
Yeah, I put 2 of them up.
Oh, really? I don't see them.
Go in there and pause on them.
You should get them on the stream so everyone can take a look and see if this is...
You betcha. Hold on.
This is the right place. Read Ship of Fools by Ted. Ted who? Ted Mosby? Oh. Oops. I'm not reading some Unabomber's book. I don't care how good his ideas were. Took him off the deep end trying to kill people. Ted Kaczynski. Read it. Alright. I'll check it out on Amazon. I'll get myself on. Like, what can I order while I'm doing that? Can I order the Columbiner's bibliography? Should I just create an Amazon to get me on NSA's list? Oh, it's on Google. Show some of the interiors of these. That's how people will get excited. Everyone want to do this as soon as they see the insides. Look it up. It's super short. Dumbass. I'll put it on a list somewhere. I'll check it out, I'm sure. Did you read it, Stiggs? You already read this? And? What's weird? Oh, his frame of thought. How did you go from A-frames to this Unabomber? Is that right? This is sidetracked. You want to buy land, build a house, and build other houses to rent out. Yes. A-frames. They're cheaper than a regular house. The costs on some of them are $20,000. That's without the cost of buying a lot of it. So when you buy more of them, you'll get them cheaper. So then you buy a piece of land, build yours on it, continue to build on them, and then start renting them out. And that's a better investment. You can do it for about the same amount of money, I think, than buying a $300,000 house. That might go up to $400,000, maybe, in the best market possible. Housing kits. That's a cul-de-sac.
Oh, all right, Opie, talk to us. What do we got here? Yeah, this isn't much different than the old Sears kit houses. Again, probably talking to people that don't understand. I'm not even that old, but you are like way young because you just really don't follow any of this stuff. Sears used to have a kit house that you could buy, and they'd literally have it delivered out, and you had it built pretty quickly by a crew. It was cheap.
This is what you gotta say. You gotta say like adult Legos. Oh, okay. I can understand that. That's fine. That makes sense. There's still housing kits. That A-frame website is technically a housing kit. They'll send you everything you need to build yours.
See, now Aubrey asked you want to buy land, build a house, and build others to rent out, right? Exactly.
Yeah, especially since I would rather live in one of these anyways. Yeah, Aubrey summed it up much better than you did, Stiggs. You weren't summing it up for me. You were leaving me out there to try to long-windedly describe why this is a good idea. Aubrey did it in 2 seconds. Fucker.
More fucker than you.
Right. But so this is definitely a cul-de-sac that he's dealing with. I don't know. This almost looks, I mean, what's in these other zones? If there's other big houses in these zones, I don't know if you have much options other than to build a nice house there. It'd be interesting to see. Hey, can you pull that up on Google Maps? Springdale Drive in Williamston. Springdale Drive in Williamston. I have an idea for you. Figure out exactly what you need to do with this. What you do, sell this piece of land to somebody who wants to build a regular house, and you build your A-frames. That's it.
How many of these have houses on them already? Did we lose
Yeah,
Opie?
no, that's what I asked. That's why I wasn't getting an answer, so I'm going
Oh,
to Google.
okay.
You know where Williamston is?
Do I know where what?
Do you know where
Yeah,
Williamston
South Carolina.
Okay. South Carolina. Williamston. So you've built a house, Stiggs, or you have not built a house?
I've built 7 so far.
Okay. Any A-frames?
I have not
Okay.
built an A-frame. That's why I said this is on my list for sure. This, and you know, like I said, my buddy builds log cabins. So he builds one, he lives in it, and then he builds another one. He sells that one while he lives in the new one. He builds a new one while he's living in that one. He sells the one, you know, he just moves from one to the next. He's an old Swedish guy.
Okay.
Hold on, let me go. All right, hold that thought. I'm gonna go run to the washroom.
All right. I'll talk to the chat. Opie, I'm looking at your piece of property right now. I think it looks pretty good. You own that right now? You inherit that or something? I'm looking at on Google Maps. Heavily wooded. You have some nice trees in there. This isn't what I thought it was. I thought it was one of those new neighborhoods where everyone's putting the same cookie cutter house right in the same spots all along the whole neighborhood. Doesn't look like that. How much square foot you charge, Stick? We'll ask him that when he comes back. Slow. Children at play here. Looks like I'm gonna send him, or somehow send to you guys. There's better pictures than he's showing you. I don't know if you guys are sold on the idea yet, but if you go, let's go to Google. And then if you go to images, and then you go to modern A-frame, not cabin. Okay, modern A-frame. Take a look. Huh. A lot of these are the ones like cabins. But these aren't really meant to be that. You should be able to put these right outside a metropolitan area and succeed. I truly believe that. You go to, here's a nice image of one. I wish we could get this one in here. Why don't I try to link it? View source. View source. Open link, a new tab. Here. Okay, this is one I was looking at last night. Okay, you want me to read that? Open it up. Ship of Fools. Alright, Jose, you ready for your bedtime story? Once upon a time, the captain and the mates of a ship grew so vain of their seamanship, so full of hubris and so impressed with themselves that they went mad. They turned the ship north and sailed until they met with icebergs and dangerous foes, and they kept sailing north into more and more perilous waters, solely in order to give themselves opportunity to perform ever more brilliant feats of seamanship. As the ship reached higher and higher latitudes, the passengers and crew became increasingly uncomfortable. They began quarreling among themselves and complaining of the conditions under which they lived. "Shiver me timbers," said the able seaman, "if this ain't the worst voyage I've ever been on. The deck is slick with ice. When I'm on lookout, the wind cuts through my jacket like a knife. Every time I reef the foresail, I blame near freeze my fingers, and all I get for it is miserable 5 shillings a month." "You think you have it bad?" said a lady passenger. Jet. "You think you have it bad? I can't sleep at night for the cold. Ladies on this ship don't get many blankets as the men. It isn't fair." A Mexican sailor chimed in. "Amigo, I'm only getting half the wages of an Angelo man. We need plenty of food to keep us warm in this climate, see? And I'm getting my share. The Angelos get more. And the worst of it is that the mates, always give me orders in English instead of Espanol. I have more reason to complain than anyone, said the American Indian sailor. If the palefaces hadn't robbed me of my ancestral lands, I wouldn't even be on this ship, here among the icebergs and the Arctic winds. I'd be paddling a canoe on a nice, placid lake. I deserve compensation, at the very least. The captain should let me run the crap game, or let me run a crap game, so I can make some money. The bosun spoke up. Yesterday, the first mate called me a fruit just because I suck cocks. I have the right to suck cocks without being called names for it. It's not only humans who are mistreated on this ship, interjected the animal lover of the passengers, her voice quivering with indignation. Why, last week, I saw the second mate kick the ship's dog twice. One of the passengers was a college professor. Wringing his hands, he exclaimed, "All of this is just awful. It's immoral, it's racism, sexism, speciesism, homophobia, and exploitation of the working class. It's discrimination. We must have social justice, equal wages for the Mexican sailor, higher wages for all sailors, compensation for the Indian, equal blankets for the ladies, a guaranteed right to suck cocks, and no more kicking the dog." Yes, yes, shouted the passengers. Aye, aye, shouted the crew. It's discrimination. We have to demand our rights. The cabin boy cleared his throat. Ahem. You all have a good reason to complain, but it seems to me that what we really have to do is get this ship turned around and headed back to south. Because if we keep going north, we're sure to be wrecked sooner or later, and then your wages, your blankets, and your right to suck cocks won't do you any good because we're all drowned.
You actually reading this?
Yeah. But no one paid any attention. Okay, you're back.
I'm glad you're reading it because you need to see what this guy's all about. Funny. Go ahead, continue, please. It gets better. It gets better. Trust me.
Where'd that page go?
That's awesome. I can't believe he talked you into it.
Oh, it wasn't too hard to talk me into it. He just sent me something to read.
Oh, Opie, I charge
no
anywhere between 100 to 110 a square foot.
Yeah.
I'm actually below the national average, I think. Okay, keep going. Sorry, keep going.
Okay. But no one paid any attention to him, because he was only a cabin boy. The captain and the mates, from their station on the poop deck, had been watching and listening. Now they smiled and wrinkled and winked at one another. And at the gesture from the captain, the third mate came down from the poop deck, sauntered over to where the passengers and crew were gathered, and shouldered his way in amongst them. He put a very serious expression on his face and spoke thusly. We officers have to admit that some really inexcusable things have been happening on the ship. We hadn't realized how bad the situation was until we heard your complaints. We are men of good will and want to do right by you. But, well, the captain is rather conservative and set in his ways and may have to be prodded a bit before he'll make any substantial changes. My personal opinion is that you have to protest vigorously, but always peacefully and without violating any of the ship's rules. You would shake the captain out of his inertia and force him to address the problems of which you justly complain. Having said this, the third mate headed back toward the poop deck, and as he went, the passengers and crew called after him. Moderate, reformer, goody liberal, Captain Stooge. But they nonetheless did as he said, and gathered in a body before the poop deck, shouted insults at the officers, and demanded their rights. I want higher wages and better working conditions, cried the able seaman. Equal blankets for women, cried the woman passenger. I want to receive my orders in Espanol, cried the Mexican sailor. I want the right to run a crap game, cried the Indian sailor. I don't want to be called a fruit, cried the bosun. No more kicking the dog, cried the animal lover. Revolution now, cried the professor. The captain and the mates huddled together and conferred for several minutes, winking, nodding, and smiling at one another. Then the captain stepped from in the front of the poop deck and with a great show of benevolence announced that the able seaman's wages would be raised to 6 shillings a month, the Mexican sailor's wages would be raised to 2/3 the wages of the Anglo seaman, and the order to reef of the foresail would be given in Spanish. The ladies' passenger would receive more than one blanket. The Indian sailor would be allowed to run a crap game on Saturday nights. The bosun wouldn't be called a fruit, as long as he kept the cocksucking strictly private. and the dog wouldn't be kicked unless he did something really naughty, such as stealing from the gallery. The passengers and crew celebrated these concessions as a great victory, but the next morning they were again feeling distressed. 6 shillings a month is a pittance, and I am still freezing is a pittance.
Pittance.
I am still freezing my fingers when I reef the foresail, grumbled the able seaman. I'm still not getting the same wages as the Angelos or enough food for this climate, said the Mexican sailor. We women still don't have enough blankets to keep us warm, said the lady passenger. And the other crewmen and passengers were similar complaints, and the professor egged them on. When they were done, the cabin boy spoke up, louder this time, so that the others could not easily ignore him. It's really terrible that the dog gets kicked for stealing a bit of bread from the gallery, and that the women don't have equal blankets, and that we, the able seaman, gets his fingers frozen. And I don't see why the bosun shouldn't suck cocks if he wants to. But look how thick the icebergs are now, and how the wind blows harder and harder. We've got to turn this ship back towards south, because if we keep going north, we'll be wrecked and drowned. Oh yes, said the bosun. It's just so awful that we keep heading north. But why should I have to keep cocksucking in the closet? Why should I be called a fruit? Ain't I as good as everyone else? Sailing north is terrible, said the lady passenger. But don't you see, that's exactly why women need more blankets and to keep them warm. I demand equal blankets for the women now. It's quite true, said the professor, that sailing to the north imposes great hardship on all of us. But changing course toward the south would be unrealistic. You can't turn back the clock. We must find a mature way of dealing with the situation. Look, said the cabin boy, if we let those 4 madmen up on the poop deck have their way, we'll all be drowned. If we were ever get the ship out of danger, then we can worry about working conditions, blankets for women, the right to suck cocks. But first, we've got to get this vessel turned around. And if a few of us get together, make a plan, and show some courage, we can save ourselves. It wouldn't take many of us. 6 or 8 would do, and that could change.
6 or 8.
6 or 8. We could charge the poop, chuck those lunatics overboard, and turn the ship to the south. The professor elevated his nose and said sternly, I don't believe in violence, it's immoral. It's unethical to ever use violence, said the bosun. I'm terrified of violence, said the lady passenger. The captain and the mates had been watching and listening all the while. At the signal from the captain, the 3rd mate stepped down from the main deck. He went among the passengers and crew, telling them that there were still many problems on the ship. We have made much progress, he said, but much remains to be done. Working conditions for the able seamen are still hard. The Mexicans still isn't getting the same wages as the Angelos. The women still don't have quite as many blankets as the men. The Indian Saturday night crap game is a paltry compensation for the lost lands. It's unfair to the bosun that he has to keep his cocksucking in the closet, and the dog still gets kicked at times. I think the captain needs to be prodded again, and it would help if you would all put on another protest, as long as it remains nonviolent. As the 3rd mate walked back toward the stern, the passengers and crew shouted insults at him, but nonetheless did what he said and gathered in front of the poop deck for another protest. They ranted and raved and brandished their fists, and even threw a rotten egg at the captain, which he skillfully dodged. After hearing the complaints, the captain and the mates huddled for a conference, during which they winked and grinned broadly at each other, and the captain stepped in front of the poop deck and announced that the able seaman would be given gloves to keep his fingers warm. The Mexican sailor would receive equal to 3/4 the wages of the Angelo seaman. The women would receive yet another blanket. The Indian sailor could run a crap game on Saturday and Sunday nights. The bosun would be allowed to suck cocks publicly after dark. Allowed to suck dark cock after dark, and no one could kick the dog without special permission from the captain. The passengers and crew were ecstatic over this great revolutionary victory, but by the next morning they were feeling dissatisfied and began grumbling about the same old hardship. The captain boy this time was getting angry. You damn fools, he shouted. Don't you see the captain and the mates? What don't you see what the captain and the mates are doing? They're keeping you occupied with your trivial grievances about blankets and wages and the dog being kicked, so that you won't think about what is really wrong with the ship, that it's going farther and farther north, and we're all going to be drowned. If just a few of you would come to your senses, get together, and charge the poop deck, we could turn the ship around and save ourselves. But all you do is whine about petty little issues like working conditions and crap games and the right to suck cocks. The passengers and crew were incensed. Huh. Petty, cried the Mexican. Don't you think it's reasonable that I get Don't you think it's reasonable that I get only 3/4 the wages of an Angelo sailor? Is that petty? How can you call my grievance trivial? Shouted the bosun. Don't you know how humiliating it is to be called a fruit? Kicking the dog is not a petty little issue, screamed the animal lover. It's heartless, cruel, and brutal. All right then, answered the cabin boy. These issues are not petty and trivial. Kicking the dog is cruel and brutal, and it is humiliating to be called a fruit. But in comparison to the real problem, in comparison to the fact that the ship is still heading north, your grievances are petty and trivial, because if we don't get the ship turned around soon, we're all going to drown. Fascist, said the professor. Counter-revolutionary, said the lady passenger. And all the passengers and crew chimed in one after another, calling the cabin boy a fascist and counter-revolutionary. They pushed him away and went back to their grumbling about wages and about the blankets for women and about the right to suck cocks and about how the dog was treated. The ship kept sailing north, and after a while, it was crushed between two icebergs, and everyone drowned.
What a heartwarming story. Inspiring as hell.
That was a nice good night story for Jose. Oh man. So I see the lesson in there though. That's what they're saying. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Uh-huh.
That was the guy? That was the guy?
That was the Unabomber.
Wow. When was this? He wrote like he was writing in 1800s or something, kind of. I mean,
No.
early 1900s.
Take it easy.
I'm just saying.
I understand what you mean, but
Yeah. I mean, the poop deck. I guess that was probably a thing not too long ago.
what do you
Knowledge.
mean? Opie, what do you mean? No one, people saying they can't watch?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
His chance is so annoying.
Yeah, like, I can't watch this. All right.
I say that all the time.
Like, is he trying to read? So, bottom line, I looked it up on Google Maps, and I don't know if Taylor has the perfect spot for what this is, but
Maybe we're banned in the U.S.
he definitely has a pretty decent property. He could do a lot with it. Trying to be funny, that wasn't his thing.
I don't know. It's an interesting story. I'm with you. I agree. He needs to stick to his own.
There you go, that one right there. Take a look at that one. I don't know if it's up on the screen still for them, but
Yeah.
this one. See how wide open that is? You could definitely, it's nice, it's like a nice modern place. You could set up a nice, it depends on the area, but if you were up in Colorado, you probably want to set up a nice hot tub outside. I don't know how
Right.
expensive that is. Pretty expensive.
It'd be more than the others, but it'd be terrible.
You put a nice watchtower on the second floor. I mean, that one had a third floor. You could put a
Right.
watchtower up there. Place to do some meditation. Where Jose could smoke his herb.
There you go. I'm checking the stream real
we
quick.
can have Outlaw over, and Outlaw can do his podcast from up there.
Yeah.
This is what I envision the entire crypto community moving into soon.
Nice.
There's a bunch of A-frames. Dang, now I'm looking at his WikiLeaks. He was a mathematician. Whoa, he was from Illinois.
What are you trying to
He was
say?
from Evergreen Park.
Yeah,
Big, they call him.
not too far from Chicago.
No. convictions: 10 counts of transportation, mailing, and use of bombs. 3 counts of murder. Without.
Surprised he only killed 3.
He's still alive then, huh?
Last I checked.
Yeah.
And I haven't checked.
76 years old. Yeah, sure, man. Whatever. What is this guy on your list of people to check in on?
That's right. We're pen pals.
Everyone needs company.
I'm trying to get him on the podcast.
If we got him on the podcast, that'd be a pretty sweet deal.
Get Ted.
There's podcasts. Yeah, write it down. We'll reach out to him.
See what his publisher says. Opie.
Yeah, I agree, Aubrey. Some of these that Stiggs is posting, they do look like, especially if I was reading that story and then a bunch of dirty, small, claustrophobic A-frames were being read or being shown.
Did you post it up in the main chat there?
Ted was trying to warn us and went crazy in the process. He was trying to warn you about this podcast, Jose. Trying to warn you. Trying to warn you about YouTube censorship and Google.
Yep.
What did you say before that?
Oh, I was just wondering if you put the link to this.
This?
I just didn't know if Opie was talking to me. And people are trying to connect, but they can't. People saying they can't watch. So.
That's all right. We got the exclusive crew in here right now.
Right. Oh wait, hold on. Let me do it like Jose. I gotta go over and put it in each of his rooms here.
Aubrey's leaving. See you, Aubrey. Thanks for stopping by.
Aubrey.
Jose's sticking around. I'm only going to be live streaming on Mondays and Thursdays now. Wow.
Yeah, we're
what
not.
Days do you guys?
Yeah, we're not trying to take too late into the night with this either ourselves. It's Wednesday.
This is Wednesdays and Fridays, I think. But I think a lot
Friday
of
we can stay up a little later. That's fine.
I'm leaving. Oh, Jose, we were just about to talk about our content. It's all right, man. Go ahead and, I know you don't.
Hold on. We're gonna start the show now. Hold on.
Wednesdays. We're not gonna step into your circus, Jose. You'll have your times.
Right.
If you were live right now, and you just had us up on your live stream, we would be honored. Even though I know you'd have Matt Beasley on. I know you would.
I still say Jose's racehorse name will be Fuzzy Foreigner on Friday. Fuzzy Friday Foreigner.
Or it could be the Fast Dirty Mexican.
Ooh, Dirty Sanchez.
The Fast Dirty Sanchez. Suck my sweaty balls.
The Fuzzy Dirty Sanchez.
Was it tongue emoji?
All right. Well, we'll try to do a better one next time. How about that? Actually, hold on. We never said it was going to be good, did we? You know,
no.
I think everyone knows where we came from. We are alums. You know, we are Trollbox Live alum.
Yeah, we came from the Trollbox Live. This is the second show we've ever.
So.
We're gonna. I think the
old
key
habits
is to
die
focus.
hard. You know.
Yeah. What do you think the key is to do solid shows?
My horse is Canseco's cousin. What's that?
What do you think the key is to do solid podcasts?
A solid podcast is free of or void of a lot of dead space and dead air, and definitely does not.
And no forced stuff.
Oh, no forced stuff. No, but.
But with that being said, let's take a poll. And let's spin that wheel.
Oh, hey, I got a question. I do have a question. On the A-frames, we were going to take a poll. What state? I still think we do it in Wisconsin.
I think we have to, but I think if you were smart, you'd go out to Colorado and do this.
Okay, so best state where this would be like a drop-dead popular, home run. Jose Ortega says 5,600. Jose Ortega says 5,900. Jose Ortega says D. Jose Ortega says 6,000. We got Hanson at 3,400.
34.
Yeah, Jose Ortega Given I don't know what I don't know what's going on. There's some side chats going on in the side chat there.
Side chat.
Aubrey says
Idaho,
Idaho, comma P. Don't know what that is. That must be something to Jose. With that being said, TA Hippie says 500. On get that guy. Get that guy a wrench. Get that guy in here and do some weather.
I don't think Idaho would be the best spot. I don't think that's going to be the best place.
It's right by Idaho is right next to Seattle, or not Seattle, Washington. I mean, it's right next to Washington. It's pretty.
I don't know that territory too well.
Pretty popular.
Let me check. Idaho.
Hippie, you ready for a weather report?
That might be a great spot.
Actually,
you can go right on the west by or to the east, right next to Wyoming is where I'd go.
What would Hippie's racehorse name be? So if Hippie was a racehorse, he would be.
Let's go right in the Salmon National Forest.
Granola on Thursday. And they're off. Granola on Thursday is coming down the stretch. Granola for you.
Granola horse.
The granola.
Just feeds it pure granola.
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad. That wouldn't be a bad idea. But you still have to tie the balls off with a rubber band, right? They do that to all of them, right? So they can't pee until they're done racing.
Mm-hmm. I think you gotta let your horse pee whenever it wants, Diggs.
No, they can't pee during the race or else they lose.
I understand that, but if there was a horse that was doing that right before it raced, I'd be okay
Italians.
with that.
Hippie says Italian stallion. There you go. No doubt. Hippie. So yeah, we'll just call it out for him.
That's a good place. I'm sorry I said it was a bad place. You're right. That's probably a good place to do this.
Let's make that announcement because I want to make sure everyone knows that Hippie will be doing the charts again as soon as he's ready. And not just crypto charts. We got him signed up for a deal to do weather charts and any other charts that you guys have. So like Opie, you showed us that diagram, that chart. Hippie's going to be working on our band diagram with us. And if you guys have a wedding coming up, he'll do the seating chart. Any charts that you have, he'll take care of any chart. So
yeah, seating chart would be great. Seating
charts. He can do a top 40 chart. He can list songs. So yeah, we're going to be exploring charts with Hippie here very soon.
What about EKG charts? Yes.
EKG charts. I'm not going to say no to any of these. I mean, they're all within his wheelhouse. So
if you haven't seen him do charts before, it's pretty amazing.
There is no comparison.
Right.
I might just go out and get married just so I can have him do a chart. I'm just kidding. No one will marry me. What are you, nuts?
Yeah, you got other stuff going on right now.
Yep. I'm going to be building A-frames.
Look at this one right up on the mountain. Looks like it's about to fall over.
Colorado and Wisconsin.
Can you chart a chart?
If anyone can. The poop shoot. There's your favorite. That is a nice one.
I don't know. I still think this A-frame idea is a solid one. I think it hasn't been done too much. If you look on Craigslist, you won't see anything in your area of A-frames being rented out unless you're talking about cabins.
Well,
this isn't necessary cabins. They're not going to be modern A-frames. You'll never find a modern A-frame for rent.
Well, yeah, if you go to Aspen or some of the nicer towns, you will.
Yeah.
So put it this way: what else are you gonna do into your older age?
In the
be a YouTuber or something?
No, I'm not a YouTuber.
I'm not a fucking YouTuber.
This is the real shit. This isn't YouTube. We're about to get syndicated.
This is the real world, but not the real world on MTV.
What's MTV?
Well, when TV was still black and white, they used to play
What?
videos, music videos.
Yeah, I know that show.
Why'd you ask?
I don't know, because it is the 90s.
More 90s than you.
I never like turned on MTV and actually 16 and Pregnant.
I think by the time you were old enough to watch it, it was, yeah, it was like
Trash.
crappy shows like that. Yeah.
16 and Pregnant.
All right. Hey, Jose, I'll see you in the hot box, buddy. Save a spot for me. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Hot box?
See you, Jose.
Yeah, take that as a yes.
Did you get your thumbs down?
No, I heard that other channel was going on. I didn't head over. How long did it last?
Was it a cell phone video? God, I hope it was a cell phone video. I might go back and watch.
That'd be awesome. That would be so awesome.
I don't know if Aubrey's leaving too. See ya, Aubrey, if you're leaving. Get Hippie. Jelena Man. Got a couple people still active here. Play the intro again. Let's get them psyched for the second encore of the show.
All right, guys, we got to run. We'll see you later.
Yeah. Brilliant.
We're
Bye.
gonna go ahead and get out of here. All right. Now you gotta be quiet. You gotta pretend like we're not here. Oh.
The viewership just counts down to 0. They're like, thanks for the excuse.
That's what you do. You wait until it goes down, and then we come back on, and we're like, haha, fooled ya. We're here, and then they're all gone. But we win.
We'll do that. Should we keep talking about A-frames, Diggs, or should we talk about something else when everyone...
Oh, it's up to you. I don't care. Let's see.
Possibilities are really endless.
Do you want to change it up and do something more fun, or? Look at Jose, but what a moron. He can't. When we go back on there, we'll have to tell him that he's wrong.
That's Central Time, right?
He's always on Beat Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, see if Hippie wants to come in and do a charge. I can build that real quick here. We got chops now. Lena? Oops, hot mic. Yeah, we know. We meant to do that. What time are you getting off? 6:30? Here, let's get Hippie in here.
Who wants to join?
Hippie, you want to come in for a minute? Or are you still, you at work, you on break, or what do you got going on?
On until 6 a.m. Does Jelena Man want to come on?
All right.
Jelena Man. We're back to the cozy cabin with the A-frames.
With
This
the
should just-
A-frames.
I mean, to put a bow on it,
Yeah.
anyone can make some decent money by building these, I think. Especially when you realize the materials only cost about $20,000.
There's your favorite one. I do like that one. I like that one.
Yeah. I mean, I wish that one showed, like, that one does have 2 floors. You can't see it. This one right here?
Three floors, yeah.
Yeah, that one has 3 floors. I don't know if I like the twisted staircases.
I like the
on
gray.
it,
Christmas. I love the Christmas one. Look at that.
it's just such an open, nice layout.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, is that you don't have to put a single supporting wall inside anywhere. It can just be that open pyramid, and you can join a cult and have pyramid schemes. We could build a bunch of these for Camp Twindowee, or some kind of YMCA camp. When they start getting those back up and running again.
I think those are disappearing.
Well,
I
that's
think
what I'm saying. There should be a
really doing it.
revival here someday.
Maybe. There was an email sent around my work today, and it said, I should have screenshotted it. It said, be sure to update your...
It said, Chance is getting fired. Don't tell him. We bought a cake.
It said, be sure to update your... I guess there was a bunch of like critical data in there, right? Update your blah 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 blah, and then it said like gender identity, sexual orientation.
Really?
Shit like that. Yeah.
Wow. How about that? Shout out to them.
I guess that's the safe thing to do these days. Is all employee email.
Oh, Hippie's there. Oh yeah, Opie. These can go either way. You can get kits for these. They got A-frame kits. But they also got you can stick build them just as easy. You just gotta get the micro lambs that go down the middle. The collar ties to hold the 2 walls together, and then that's it. Everything else is build it the way you want.
Lots of glass because that's not supporting.
I'm with you. I mean, you could put glass on all 4 sides. You can put whatever you want in the middle.
There's like big pane windows on the sides, and then the A part of it has just big glass. And you ideally have it looking out into something nice, not like this one right here, which looks out into like nothing.
Yeah, I would do I would probably do solar on the 2 sides.
Depending on which way they faced. That one's really nice right there. That one's really nice right there.
Yeah, I know you keep liking that one. You keep saying that. How many? We got a few people here.
7.
Can we take a vote real quick?
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
No, I do. I actually do a poll. I am going to bring in a few. I am going to bring in a few new backgrounds. So I just wanted to get an opinion. 7, that'll work.
7-1.
All right. Let's do this. All right, this is one that I showed you the other night. This is Christmas. Won't do.
Look at that one. He even has sliding doors in the bedroom.
That is cool.
That's nice.
All right, tell me if this something that floats your boats.
Is there music on? I can't hear music.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I'll check my stream. I think it's.
Yeah, this will get people in the Christmas mood. Where was this from?
Yeah, my stream's pretty good. This one is.
Christmas. Happy Christmas.
Put it up louder. Okay. I like that one. It's pretty cool with the ornaments going down in between.
Yeah. Looks like Miss Ray's tip jar.
Good call. I never didn't even think of that until you said it. I like that. So I was just thinking this would be a good background because I can just loop up a whole bunch of these, you know, together. They're really cool because it's really a real building, and they have all these high-def projectors broadcasting all this stuff onto the building, and they match up all the windows and doors and everything. And the random stocking.
Oh yeah, there's a stocking. I was wondering for a second that threw me out. There you go.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Created by Howie Beck.
This one's more professional. This is a competition every year in I forget where. But anyway, this is like the state building, and they have like teams that come in and map out the whole building, and then they do this. You know, they all do their own. They all do their own 8-minute show, basically, or whatever. Yeah, that's their logo or their catchphrase guy, basically, whatever their avatar. There's the whole building. Some lava.
Stream went down.
Let's go up on me. Yeah.
I wonder what kind of projector this is. It's got to be a very powerful projector. Oh, let's stream down. Stream down. Kind of loud.
I can turn it down. But pretty cool. Can I get a straw poll here? Thumbs up, thumbs down. While we're, chatting, talking about other stuff, I can just have this up in the background. Something different, something new.
Yeah, I like it. I would say, a lot of the sound in the background might be extra.
Well, actually, that's true. We could, oh, that looks cool. I could take that down. I could put some other soundtrack in. Yeah, we can mess around with it.
Mm-hmm. Getting lost in these.
Really? So do I just?
Hypnotized.
I was gonna say, do I just always pick stuff that you guys kind of like zone out to? Alina says she gets lost in some of the music I play, just kind of tripping out. The soundtracks here. That's probably too loud, huh? Or is that just about right?
I don't know. I'm not listening.
I'm not listening. I'm not listening.
If I do, I'll get an echo, I think. I think if I turn up the volume, I'd get an echo.
Oh yeah, you could.
See?
Yeah. Yes. Can we?
I think if there's music in the background, it's gonna be hard to pay attention to talking.
Well, I have something else we could maybe do. Let me see. This might be better. Let's see if I can find it real quick. This might be better.
I was at work today, and the lady who comes around and picks up all the waste bins. So she does this every day. She comes to every cube and picks up waste bin trash. I never have any trash for her because
I should listen again.
all what I do is, well, A, I don't eat
is it not
lunch,
listening?
and then
Sure.
B, and even if I did, I'd go in the break room or go down to the cafeteria. But so I don't have any paper in there because I'm always writing things down in this notebook, right? So I have a full notebook. And honestly, it was getting too ridiculous because I didn't buy another one. And I'm pretty sure the supply closet has more. I just haven't looked. But so I filled out every front page on this notebook, and then I filled out, and then I took it and I flipped it, and I just started filling out every back page. You know what I'm saying? And I was in a meeting, and I literally was flipping through this notebook. Every page, front and back, was full. This is why I never have trash for this lady. Coming around, and she speaks very broken English, and I turned to her, and because she saw my waste bin was empty, because she goes and she pulls it out and she goes, "Oh, nothing." And I look at her.
Talk trash to her
because that's not literally I never have trash for her. And I say, "Can you just shred this whole notebook?" And she goes, "Yes." It was amazing, actually. And I literally I just realized I wasn't gonna throw that away. I had no idea what I was gonna do with it. And I up until when she pulled out the trash bin and saw no trash again, I had no intention of asking her to go shred the whole notebook. You just shred this whole thing? Yeah. And yes. I think she loves it because she doesn't have to collect trash for me, and I just always keep everything in a notebook. I'm not wasting little post-it notes like most people.
Nice sound clip.
Thank you. Shout out to you.
Mm-hmm. I think this podcast is coming to an end, though.
Oh, I think we can start to wrap it up. That's fun. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I was at work today,
Yeah.
and the lady who comes around and picks up all
You
the
sound
waste
tired.
bins. So she does this
quarter to
every
10.
day. She comes to every cube
Quarter
and
to
picks
10,
up
going
waste
for
bin
hour
trash.
45.
I
We're
never
getting
have
better
any
at
trash
this. We're
for
not
her
perfect.
because
I mean,
all
we're
what
not
I do is, well, A, I don't eat lunch,
Sorry, man.
and then
We're not perfect.
B, and even
We're
if
trying
I
to stay
did, I'd go in the break room or go down to
We
the
try to stay
cafeteria.
super focused.
But so I don't have any
on
paper
one
in there
topic
because
the
I'm
whole
always
time.
writing things down in this
It does
notebook.
take quite a bit.
right?
Yeah.
So I have a full notebook.
I think
And
60 minutes on
honestly,
one topic.
it was
and we
getting
gotta go
too
deep into
ridiculous
the
because I
topic.
didn't
We
buy
need
another
better.
one. And
But
I'm pretty sure the
we
supply closet
tried.
has
Yeah,
more. I
it's
just haven't
pretty deep.
looked. But so
Yeah.
I filled
No.
out every front page on this notebook. And then I
think
filled
that's
out, and then I
pretty
took
deep.
it and I flipped it and I
We'll
started
try it
filling out
again.
every back page. You know what I'm saying?
Stay
And I
subscribed.
was in a meeting and I
Turn on
literally was
notifications.
flipping through this
We'll be
notebook.
back.
Every
Yeah.
page, front and back, was full. This is why I never have
like
trash
Earth.
for this lady.
Let's do the Earth. And okay. And I will fix the.
Wow, that Earth looks sweet.
It is my karma.
I guess you're right. I do.
You see, that means far more than that it is a punishment for something I did wrong in the past.
Yeah, well,
That
that's
is a
really nice
legalistic
right
view of karma.
there. How relaxing that
But a naturalistic or
Relaxing
organic view of
and-
karma
is. Lots of energy.
is, in fact,
'Cause they're moving.
that what happens to
Yeah.
me
Look at that. That looks very nice.
is what I do. And that in a certain sense,
Looks like it should be
I
on
want
front
what
page of
happens to
plastic.
me.
Doesn't.
You know, I should call the owner over there and see. He might be.
We can use want.
very
Notice how we
thankful.
use this word. It means to desire and it
I mean,
means to
she-
lack or to need.
I forgot.
Now work on other stuff.
I forgot. There's a new owner.
We
I'll call
say to
her.
somebody,
Actually, I still have her Discord.
You're wanting. You're deficient in something. Even though you may think that it's entirely opposed to your wishes.
Show me your fingers.
Regular lemons. There's a bunch of lemons here. There we go. See if I can get these. Give the last. This is
Yeah.
it, right? All right. We'll be back. All right. Good deal. One last
right.
one.
We'll let this play out.
But if it's your karma, everything that happens to you, put it in another way, everything that comes to you is a return to you of what goes out of you. Yes, obviously, that's absurd. If you confine the definition of yourself to your voluntary, conscious behavior, that's a ridiculous definition of oneself. Oneself, by any stretch of the imagination, must involve far more than the conscious and voluntary aspects of our behavior. And if we see that it involves intimately and inescapably the behavior of what we call the environment, and see that these two are moving together like the two sides of the snake when it swims, then you get a very curious feeling. You have to be careful of it if you've got a Western background. Because this is what happens to a lot of, that is to say, when you get this sensation that the inside and the outside are moving together, you may think, I am ruling it. I am God in the Western sense of the word. Therefore, your ego, instead of being, as it were, integrated and transcended, so you get the holier-than-thou people going around who seem to think that they're above all human conventions and have no obligations to anyone or anything because they're divine and they can do as they damn please. What they haven't realized is that doing as you will isn't a new kind of behavior that you suddenly put on and say, from now on I'm going to go around doing as I will. You have to realize first that that's what you've always been doing. And you could look at this from a very simple point of view. Well, now, what about the people who did good and who did the things that they didn't want to do? You know, everybody's mother said to us, darling, sometimes we have to do things we don't like. Well, what about that? Well, you can always say, the kid obeyed the mother and did the thing that it didn't like because that was the better part of wisdom. In other words, if it hadn't done that, something worse would have happened. We choose the lesser of two evils. And when you find yourself in a situation where you have to choose the lesser of two evils,